Gather around the fire, folks. Here's a story. El Sombrerón. Ana and Isabella Ruiz were famous for their beauty and music. Every evening, Ana played her violin while Isabella sang outside their family's bakery. Their long black hair flowed unbraided, shimmering in the lantern light. "Braid your hair at night," their mother warned, "and never play after dark. El Sombrerón loves music and girls with hair like yours." The sisters laughed. Ghost stories weren't real. One festival night, the sisters played longer than usual, entertaining a small crowd until the streets emptied. On their way home, the night grew unnervingly quiet. Then they heard it. Clink. Ana froze. What was that? Clink. It came again, metallic and deliberate. At the edge of the dim streetlight, a tall figure emerged. He wore a black cloak and a wide-brimmed hat that hid his face. In his hands, he held a long braid of dark hair. "Who are you?" Ana called. The figure tilted his head but said nothing. He took a slow step forward. The clink of spurs echoed in the silence. "Run," Isabella whispered, grabbing Ana's arm. They bolted into their house, slamming the door behind them. Their mother was asleep and the house was dark. "Just someone playing tricks," Ana muttered, though her voice trembled. Then came the hum. Low and resonant, it vibrated through the walls, growing louder. The room grew colder, the shadows deeper. Their hair began to move. It lifted from their shoulders, twisting in the air as if pulled by invisible hands. Isabella screamed, grabbing at hers, but it slipped through her fingers, rising higher. The clink of spurs echoed from the hallway. He was there. The man stood in the doorway, impossibly tall. His red eyes burned beneath the brim of his hat. His smile stretched impossibly wide, jagged teeth gleaming in the dark. "Play," he said, though his mouth didn't move. Ana's hands rose on their own, lifting her violin. The bow screeched across the strings, producing a frantic, discordant melody. Blood dripped from her fingers, but she couldn't stop. The braid in his hands unraveled, slithering across the floor like a living thing. It wrapped around Isabella's legs, climbing higher, binding her arms and neck. "Stop!" Ana screamed, her playing faltering. The man froze. His glowing eyes narrowed. Seizing the moment, Ana grabbed Isabella's arm and yanked her free. The braid dropped lifeless to the floor. The sisters ran into the night, the hum and clink of spurs chasing them until they reached the church. The heavy doors slammed shut and the hum ceased. Through the windows, they saw him standing at the gate, his burning eyes fixed on them. He didn't move, but the air seemed heavier, darker. From that night on, Ana and Isabella never played after dark. They braided their hair tightly and locked their windows. But sometimes, on quiet nights, the faint clink of spurs echoes through the streets, and the town remembers. El Sombrerón never truly leaves.